So never did it occur to me that Bandai really could just, throw a curveball. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably like everybody else. I was not expecting Juubito to be an attack type. It's crazy, man, but hey, it is Bandai we're talking about here. So hey, and in today's video, we're gonna be breaking down the DLC screenshots and let y'all know what I think about it and what you should probably expect with the DLC. So if it's something you might be interested in, stay tuned, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all those things, and let's just go ahead and hop straight into this breakdown. Okay, so we get into the video. First, we gotta address your boy was pretty close with the predictions. I only got one of the jutsus wrong, but for the most part, the other ones was pretty much exactly what I predicted. Same thing with the rewards and stuff, so hey, they're doing pretty good with the predictions. But, so one thing that I've learned with this DLC, one thing they don't care about balance. With them adding another attack type after already doing Konohamaru and Baryon mode, range types haven't had a DLC in a while, and healer types haven't had a DLC in a while either. So, they don't care about balance. Another thing, Obito's jutsu seem like they're more for a ranged and a defense type. The Scorching Flame seems like it's more so for a range type with the distance and it being like a beam. And the defense type one kind of seems like, well, the other one, the flames where it's going on the ground, that one seems like it's more of a defense type jutsu. So it's very strange how they're actually doing this DLC. And then also, so like I said, the DLC order, I'm still sticking with Kaguya being a healer type, even though Obito is an attack type. I don't think we're going to get our range until Season 7 starts, since they announced them both together. I think that Season 7 now is going to consist of a healer type, a range type, and another attack type, because it seems like they're obviously trying to cater to attack types. And the reason why I'm saying Kaguya is going to be a healer, if you count the DLCs, you actually don't know. We've gone the longest without a healer DLC. The first healer DLC we got was the Tails Madara, and then they came with Tamari after that. We haven't had a healer DLC since Tails Madara. So we look at the actual awards and stuff. We're getting the Obito outfit, which is basically like, his Jinchuriki outfit. I'm curious because his Jinchuriki outfit is like blended with his skin. So I'm kind of curious if they're going to let us change the color of it, or if it's just going to give you that natural pale, Jinchuriki looking color as far as it goes with that. As far as with the weapon, it says that, we're going to get the Truth Seeker Orb Staff, which I predicted, but I think this is still going to be for range types. I think even though this is an attack DLC, I think the orb, the staff, is going to go to range types, and I think it should have like a charge strike similar to Storm, where he hits like, multiple orbs out. It doesn't make any sense for them to make this an attack type weapon. If they did make it an attack type weapon, I think that the heavy strike is going to have a little bit of a ranged effect to it. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be a ranged weapon. If they make it an attack weapon, that'd be extremely weird. So, when we actually start getting into the jutsu, for the first jutsu, the Seeker Scorch, this is going off some translations that we got, off of Twitter, and also some ones we did ourselves. So, shout out to the man Abdul, and, also all the content creators that are out there putting out the translations. But with the first one, with the Seeker Scorch, I know this is kind of like a little bit of a weird comparison, but I think that this might work a little bit similar to the one thing from Elden Ring. I believe it is called, I forgot the name of it, but you see it on the screen. The thing from Elden Ring, I think with, you being able to move it and aim it, but I do have some questions about this jutsu, and that is, is there going to be invincibility frames when you're like, firing this off, or can somebody just knock you out of it easily? How is the tracking going to be? If the tracking is going to be like the machine gun ninja tool that we got, this jutsu might not be that good if the tracking's awful like that. Also, is there going to be a stun effect on people that get hit? When you hit them with it, are they going to be stunned, or are they just going to be able to move out of the way? Is this unblockable? Or if they can block it, is it going to drain their block? Is it going to eventually break the block? Or is it basically just like how it is with the mirror drones, where you can just block as much as you want? Also, target assist or self lock on. Are you going to have to actually lock on your own, or is this automatically going to start firing towards your opponent? Because if you have to lock on your own and it's like the machine gun, this is not going to be good. Also, is it charged or armor? So, if you have to charge it, do you have to charge up the jutsu before you hit it, or does it just come out immediately? What is the damage going to be like with this? And also, since this is an attack type ranged jutsu, what is the tracking going to be like? Because we know the Wood Dragon and things like the Rasen Shuriken don't have the best tracking, and with this being a ranged attack jutsu, I'm kind of curious what the tracking is going to be like, and is it going to be that good at actually hitting them? But when you look at some of the stuff from the description, basically seems like this thing is going to reduce your defense and stuff like that. And also, from what I saw from the thing, it looks like it's going to be charged up. So it looks like you are going to charge it, but I'm very curious to see how they're actually going to execute this. With the second jutsu, it's going to be the Cross Lantern, and this is another one that they kind of got from the Storm game. This is going to be like an area effect kind of attack, and apparently I guess it's supposed to reduce your defense, which is something that's pretty interesting. But I'm curious, is this going to have fast activation? So how quick are you going to be able to pop this out? Is this going to be like a summoning jutsu where you got to do multiple hand signs and then it comes out? Or is this going to come out quickly? Because depending on the distance, this might not be that good for an attack type. If it's obvious it's coming and you can move out of the way. I'm also curious, are the flames going to track? So when you activate the jutsu, are the flames going to automatically go towards the person, or do you have to time it? Because it's going to be extremely easy to dodge if it's just in the shape of a cross and it just pops up on the ground. You know, what is the area effect? How is this going to work? I'm also curious how long the flames last, because if you look at the description, it says that the flames will stay on the battlefield for a certain amount of time. So that's a good thing that the flames are actually going to be there for a while. But I'm just curious, what's the area effect? And also, are these flames going to prevent other jutsu from coming in? So if you pop these flames and a majestic gets fired at you, are your flames going to block the majestic, or is it basically going to be like it's not even there? And then, you know, also, like I said, of course, the things like invincibility. If summoning this is going to be like a summoning jutsu where you got to do all these hand signs, are you going to get armor for that? Or if you get hit in the middle of doing the hand signs, is the jutsu basically gone? All these things are important. And also, I'm just curious, when you get burnt by this jutsu, is it going to be like Amaterasu where you stun a little bit? Or are they just going to be able to keep moving and going on with their day? And then we move over to the ultimate jutsu. This is why I'm really not happy about Obito being an attack type, is because the Sword of Nunoboko, with them making this his ultimate and him being an attack type, he's more than likely going to activate this similar to Boruto Strike, something like that, where you're having to charge and hit them and then hit them with the sword. I don't see him just popping out the sword, but with them doing it like this is going to make this ultimate extremely easy to dodge. And I'm just curious how much the area effect is going to be. When you look at the description, it says that they're saying it's supposed to go through walls and have like a wide blast range. So I'm very curious about the blast range of this one. And also, is it going to be one shot? It seems like it just deals a lot of damage, so I don't think it's going to be one shot. So it's probably going to be very similar to just like, you know, Boruto Strike or something like that. But those are the key takeaways with Obito. Like, depending on how these jutsus do it, I know everybody's pretty excited, but I'm not knowing how I'm feeling about it. I'm gonna have to see how these jutsus look. But the beam one, depending on the tracking and if it moves quickly whenever you're trying to change the aim with it, that might not be that good. And the area effect one, if it's just you only get burnt when you hit the flames, that's not going to be good. They're going to have to add some type of area effect where it still, blasts from a range, like more of like an explosion. I'm very curious to see how these things are going to work, but we know one thing, that Shinobi Striker does not care about balance. Attack types now have the abilities, they have crowd control with this new Obito Jutsu and also Almighty Push. Of course, they have physical boost, so they can use Flying Raijin level 1. They have healing, range strikes. I mean, hey, attack types are getting it all. But let me know in the comments how y'all feel about, the Obito reveal and what his jutsus are going to be. Like I said, I'm still pushing Kaguya to be a healer type. If she is arranged, cool, but the jutsus that I'm going to be predicting in my video for Kaguya, I feel like are more so for a support class type of thing in my opinion. But yeah, like I said, let me know how y'all feel about it. And Obito more than likely will probably be releasing this week, considering we got the piercing finger 4 weeks ago. They could release him next week, but considering the event ends this week, it'd be a good time for them to add Obito. So you should probably expect him this week. But let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one, man. Yeah.